on the right side, takes IQ down. It is T24 versus Paragin from this point onward. Grenade is being cooked. There is 4 healings. I think you should have healed yourself first from this point onward. The shots are gonna connect. Pakistan is gonna win it out off this one. It is a top 2, ladies and gentlemen. Indonesia, the team that took 2 back-to-back chicken dinners versus the team Pakistan that is still on the hashtag number 3, hashtag number 4 position. After this match, they can potentially have the chance to secure the number 1 position if they manage to get that chicken dinner for themselves. Indonesia, 8 elimination, 7 for the team Pakistan. Falak has no way of getting that revival done upon this guy. So it's a 3 versus 2. IQ T24. Everything residing on their side from the team Pakistan, and on the other side from the team Indonesia, it is Malak Bek. There's ZMJJKK, and there is a Risey.
Indonesia, they in business right here, Forex. I mean, they are gunning for the 3rd winner chicken dinner of the night here, so we have no question when it comes to their momentum so far. And right now, obviously, Indonesia's going in for the pinch here. 8 elimination points in the bag, and of course, we are waiting to see if they can play their cards right here and secure their 3rd win this evening. In the meantime, Pakistan, of course, is giving their best gameplay so far. They've managed to be part of the top 2 teams here, the final 2 teams for the first Miramar of this tournament. Now we can see that ZMJJKK, 2-minute letters right there, but of course he was able to bag that MVP title just moments ago, and I feel like he is also gunning for that title again in this round, because we're not talking about, you know, the 50,000 moolah right there just for the MVP title. So Indonesia really means a business here. Who will be winning this fight? Indonesia now on their 3rd streak, perhaps, when it comes to their chicken dinner, but Team Pakistan, man, they are on a streak, on a killing streak as well. So let's see who's gonna win.
Oh, we do have to see. This is just getting excited and more excited at this point. Everybody is trying their level best to get that winner in a chicken dinner, but only one of these 2 teams are going to secure that. It's potentially a 2 versus 2 into the front lines, but in the backside, that's what's going to make the whole difference into the proximity. If he gets spotted,
man.
if the 3rd-party angle, if the spotted, that instantly will mean there's a lot of maybe the casualty that can T24. Do not peek your opponent. And there is the players throwing the grenades, throwing the utilities that they have for themselves. The position has been revealed for T24 at the very least. The grenade can potentially harm this guy. But the fact is that the team Pakistan does not have any throwables or whatsoever. This is the one thing that they have to be very careful about, that the fact that they don't have any throwables to shoot up on towards the team to get them down from the proximity. And if one of the players gets taken down, it's an instant elimination. But what was that? What was that, you beast? Not only you went straight into the den of your opponents, you got the knockdown, you got the casualties upon on them, and now once again making an equilibrium of a 2v2. This is the possibility, this is the chance. You need to run, you need to go get that eliminations done upon on the players that they are giving that revival upon on the player. This is gonna connect. The player did not get that revive. Oh my god, that MJJKK, the last guy. This is a 1 versus 2, and the chances of Pakistan getting that winner chicken dinner is really high. Indonesia, you have to get that 1v2 if you want to secure that 3rd chicken dinner for yourself. This is the right opportunity for you guys as well. Use all the utils that you have. Dump everything upon on the enemy side. T24 at this point managed to secure 1 nade for himself. This nade is going to be crucial. There's a KZMJJKK throwing a grenade as well. Will it get a connectivity? Staying this close to the proximity against a single opponent, opponent that's throwing a grenade? I don't think so. That's a good opportunity. You should be kind of into the safe side. The grenade is going to go. No connection whatsoever. It actually did get some connection. Half player. The player is 50% on the HP side, but the circle is closing in. 2 minutes in, and we will have the 9th stage closing the full circle up.
These are the moments that we'll live for. Finally, we are looking in such a nerve-wracking situation between Indonesia and Team Pakistan. It was an amazing gameplay all in all coming from Pakistan. They were able to flip the script up against Indonesia. It was a 3v2 moments ago, but with that amazing gameplay coming from IQQ and T24 men, they turned the tables up against Indonesia, and they were able to put a stop on that chicken dinner streak. Team Pakistan takes the victory for match number 4, day number 1 of this tournament.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean,
Incredible gameplay. It is definitely the highlight, for day number 1. Not just, Team Indonesia securing 2 chicken dinners for this day, but that was such an amazing victory for Pakistan.
that was definitely such an amazing victory. Now, with this, the momentum that they have gained so far, I kind of want to see if they have managed to overtake all the other peers, all the other opponents, because they were at the hashtag number 4, I think, with 28 points. With this amount of points and the winner chicken dinner, I think they should be somewhere into the 40 points marker. Then talking about the MVP, it is T24 this time around. 5 elimination, 956 damage, 8 meters. Whoa. He had the closest elimination, and that's his longest elimination. 306 damage taken, 50% contribution, 213 healing done. This guy is a beast going on. He took every single fight right in the face of their opponents, of his opponents at the very least. Not only that, he got the most damage, he got the most elimination, he did 50% of the contribution for his team as well. Amazingly done. 15% headshots, 23.08% of the body, and 61 on the arms and the legs. Oh my god. This guy, he was actually shooting at the legs. He was making sure that everyone that keeps coming at him falls hard.
Oh, yeah. I mean, pretty much just like what John Wick has been doing, in all of the movies. Like, he goes in for the leg and then ends it with a headshot. And I guess that's what T24 is actually gunning for. But you know what? T24 is playing amazingly, right? He's on another level, to be honest. His name keeps popping on, and there is no doubt if we see his name being as one of the really front runners gunning for that MVP title in the entirety of this tournament, well, nobody can question it. I mean, he's doing such an incredible job so far, and I'm looking forward on how we're gonna wrap things up for day number 1 of this tournament.
I mean, yeah, we do have to know how things are gonna wrap up for the day number 1 at this point, because this was the match number 4, and the way that these top teams are getting those connections and everything done upon on their peers, it's amazing. But we have 60 elimination, ladies and gentlemen, 60 knockouts, 14 headshots, 14 rescues, 9,192 healings, 168 throwable to use, 3 airdrops, and we have the longest elimination distance of 377. That is not on Falak at the very least, because that was 8. 8 was his longest elimination, but we have someone into the proximity that did this long of an elimination.
Oh man, that was a crazy round, I can say, and no doubt Team Pakistan at the top. So this is, of course, the hashtag Pak on top. 20 points in total for this round, followed by Indonesia, of course, with 14, tied up with Vietnam coming in at 3rd place. We got Jordan ending the game with a double-digit score as well. We've got Malaysia, Nepal red, within the top 6, I guess. But since we do have 16 teams here, I think we can also consider the fact that Nepal White did an amazing job so far with this match.
They definitely did an amazing job. White got some decent number of elimination, that was 6. But I'm looking at 20 points, then Indonesia with 14 points. Okay, nobody's gonna be stopping Indonesia at this point on the hashtag number 1 because they still managed to secure a very decent number of points for themselves. Then, moving onward, we have Vietnam with 14 points as well, Jordan with 10, Malaysia with the 9, 8 for Nepal red. Going to the Syria after white with the 6 points. Syria has 2, Bangladesh 2, Maldives 2, Nepal blue with 2, Sri Lanka, Laos, Mongolia, they managed to secure 1, Lebanon and Timor-Leste. They only got 0 points whatsoever. Once again, Leste, this is not the first time into a match that they got 0 points for themselves, and because of that, they only have secured 7 points for themselves into the overall. But we have Indonesia with 59 points, Pakistan with the chicken after that from 28 all the way up to 48 points, 44 for the Nepal. We have blue with the chicken dinner, 36 points, 28 for white, 26 for Jordan, Malaysia with 24, and the first shark closes on Vietnam with 19 points.
Whew, okay, again, I needed to drink some water. It was a crazy gameplay, not just coming from Pakistan, to be honest, also coming from Indonesia. And of course, with 4 matches that completed, the leaderboard is already taking shape, and Indonesia obviously remains the undisputed leader. So 26 placement points and 33 eliminations here, Torix. They've already secured them a commanding 59 points in total. So proving that, again, their balanced approach so far has been paying off. But right behind them, of course, Pakistan is refusing to back down, matching Indonesia's 33 elimination points and sitting at 48. So currently, they are the biggest threat to Indonesia's reign. And speaking of threat, of course, we cannot deny the players that have been standing out among the rest when it comes to the MVP ranking. We've got ZMJ, JKK still at the top here, T24 OP coming from Pakistan with that amazing gameplay. There is no doubt that he belongs in this list. Precious coming from Nepal, we've got IQQ as well, and Rex. So pretty much, almost the same names, from all the matches that we've gone through so far.
Where did Noki go?
And Noki, however, it's still, at the top of his game for day number 1. We cannot deny his prowess, but of course, there will be other players that will be gunning for the MVP title. I mean, we're talking about 50,000, right? 50,000 Nepali rupees.
Oh my god, that's a lot of money. That's definitely a lot of money for a single player on top of the prize pool. But, ladies and gentlemen, the 4 matches are done and dusted. 2 for Indonesia, we have 1 for Nepal, and 1 for Pakistan. Down to the last match we are, and that last match will also be of the Miramar once again. That match will once again come to the Miramar, and judging from the fact that how the teams actually played this Miramar, Andy, I'm gonna ask you a question, whether this match you think will go for aggressive stance, because this one was kind of on the slow pace.
I feel like, okay, if I were a team who have already landed the top spot, I think I would slow down, or perhaps maybe I could go aggressive just so I could maintain that lead. But then again, if you go for an over aggressive gameplay, you could also potentially lose the lead. So again, teams need to find that perfect balance in terms of getting the placement points and kill points as well. But of course, everything is just hypothetical, theoretical, and we will find out the moment we step into the final match today. Can you believe it? Time flies so fast when we're having fun. But yeah, we will be taking a short break, ladies and gents, so please don't go away. Stay tuned. Ladies and
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
sorry.
we did that in sync. We did that in sync.
No, we're just excited. We're just excited.
Yeah.
But go ahead. The floor is
We're
yours,
definitely-
Storix.
No. The floor is yours.
No,
You
the
take
floor
it,
is
you
yours.
take the
No.
lead.
Well,
Oh my god. I think we're gonna take the caster desk on this, that you take the first lead, you take the first lead. But here we go, ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen. We are back with the final match of the day number 1. That is of the Asia Showdown, presented to you by Esports Association of Nepal. This is the day number 1, and every team is representing their country from this point onward. There is multiple teams in a single country as well that is representing, and with this, the chances for that country may be high, but everybody's showing the spirit of the domination, of the aggression, and the fighting spirit as well, Andy.
oh man. Okay, so Indonesia is definitely ahead, but Pakistan again is closing in fast. That's what I can say. Nepal's 3 teams are kind of locked in a fierce internal battle per se. I mean, Jordan and Malaysia, they're waiting for their moment to perhaps strike. So this match is going to be like a fight for survival, dominance, and of course a redemption. But then again, I mean, a lot of things can still happen since this is just day number 1. We still got 2 more days for this tournament, so there will be plenty of chances for your favorite teams to kind of make up for the lost points and come back even stronger for the remaining days of this tournament.
I mean, this is the final match, and you have to play what you have to play. You have to make the choices what you have to do. And judging from the choices so far, talking about the playing line and the choices of the teams. Playing line going from the Puerto Paraíso all the way up to the El Pozo, whereas we can see Showdown, the Bangladesh, go into the Puerto Paraíso. Los Leon has 2 teams into the proximity. Pecado, on the other hand, I think there's only 1 team, but I can be wrong on that. But we have Los Leones, ladies and gentlemen, the fight that's ensuing, the fight that has actually occurred in Nepal.
Ooh.
Red it is, ladies and gentlemen. Rex is down, Domain closing in, getting those shots, but instantly one more player, Precious, gets taken down. Domain with the 1897, who manages to do a shot. Oh, should have said that. Okay, go for the revival first, then we go for the fight.
You know, for the style of Nepal Red, it hasn't changed at all from the get-go. You know, they have been heavy on elimination points. It's a high-risk, high-reward thing for Nepal Red. It's not always as rewarding, but it is a formula that works out for them pretty well. But Precious is still down on the ground. Saitama was able to recuperate, but he needs to heal up. Precious also got picked up as well, so they're a full squad. Big chance for Nepal Red to kind of reclaim the energy that they've showed us a while ago, the kind of tenacity that we do expect coming from this team. Saitama have been proving himself, you know, right off the bat. He was able to lay down a lot of haymakers, so to speak, from the previous matches. So let's see if they can close down this fight as they continue on with this trade-off up against Jordan.
The fight once again is going to the trade-off. It's coming on. Zakaria, come on. You need to heal yourself first before aggressing up on anyone at this point. You have to know your surroundings. You have to know your own health before moving forward to get those damages or those eliminations done upon on the players. But we have, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, how they're gonna be able to do that, because 2 of the players of the Jordan is completely annihilated. It is the last 2 players, and a 2 versus 4 situation. We do have to see how that is going to affect upon on the players, how it actually is going to affect on the teams. There we go. The shotgun potentially comes up. Kevin gets that shotgun on Rex, and oh my goodness, this is a beauty. Rex gets knocked down. He gets a confirmation, in fact, on top of that. And right with this, that's the first elimination. Syria has lost 1 player. Second player now down as well. Down to the last 2 that they are. And we do have to see how it's going to happen from this point onward. Champ still waiting on the staircases. Satan in the meanwhile gets elimination as well. Yusuf Ali, the last 2 players, the last 2 guys. It's everything residing on the shoulder. shoulders, and Picado, in fact, is the place that is right now being contested upon.
Oof, Satan got sent back to the underworld, I guess. Anyway, back to Syria and, of course, Timor-Leste. There is a need for Timor-Leste to kind of pick up the pace. You know, they need to level up their gameplay, so to speak, because the previous matches really didn't work out for them. But so far, they do have a little bit of leverage up against Syria. But, of course, not without losing some of their members. So William, I believe, is the last active member. So this is now down to a 1v1 situation.
This is down to the last 1v1 situation for the day, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
One of these teams is going to survive. One of these team is definitely going to go and back to the drawing board from this point onward. But we have one player being revived from the Syria side. William, you have to go for the revive, but in the meanwhile, Camp instantly is going to get once again knocked out. Ali closing in. He needs to heal himself. In the meanwhile, oh my god. God, Yusuf, you beast, you sneaky guy, getting that angle upon on the player, getting those eliminations, and with this, doing a 1v3 from Ali's side, it's amazing. Amazing on these players. 4 elimination, but at the cost of 2 of their own. I think this is not a good trade-off.
It's a loose trick, you know, for the side of Timor-Leste. So hopefully they can come back stronger tomorrow. They will have a chance, of course, to go through the live broadcast for day number 1. So they will be able to pick up some notes there, get back to the drawing board, and discuss, you know, how they should go about every rotation, every gameplay. If they, of course, want to survive and be included at least in the top 5 tier of this tournament, because those are the only placements and that will translate into a slice of the pie, so to speak. Anyway, stage 1, and just a few minutes, and everyone just started really aiming at each other. That's why we're down to just 14 teams remaining, 51 players, but we still got 1 minute and 55 seconds on the clock here before we move into stage number 2. But as for Nepal Red, we've seen them go up against a team moments ago.
Really, ever you want.
But of course, we all know what kind of caliber they can deliver into the battlefield here. So we'll just have to wait and see up until we see them again for day number 2 and day number 3. It could be part of a long gameplay for Team Vietnam. Perhaps they don't want to reveal their secret weapons just yet. But let's see. Right now, they're going for a location here, headed towards maybe perhaps another town that they could pillage. But judging by the stats we can see on the screen here, Red from Nepal was able to bag 4 elimination points now. For their name, under their name rather, we've got Team Syria as well with 4 points. So in this round for stage 2, they are the top 2 performing teams so far, since they have the most number of LMs.
I mean, it is the fact that you have the most number of limbs so far, but I mean, it's Miramar, it's the start of the match. Anything is possible at this point, and this is just the stage number 2. There's still a lot for the players, for the teams, for the countries to like get their points more and more, and this is just the stay number 1. Even if you still like not able to get even a single point for yourself into the day number 1, there's still like the possibility that you can get more points into the day number 2, maybe the day number 3.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But okay, this is also one team that hasn't been doing exactly great for day number 1 of this tournament. So I do hope Bangladesh can also come up with a much more effective plan, so to speak, to go through the remaining days of the tournament, because they need to, of course, step it up a bit. You know, they need to gather those elimination points. I mean, they have been doing quite a good job in terms of rotation and picking up a good spot in every map, but to sustain it, you know, with firepower to defend themselves, you know, in that compound, I think that's where the struggle is for Team Bangladesh.
I mean, at this point, I'm not even sure what's gonna happen after the day number 1, because Indonesia, they yet still have to take the fight. Yes, they tried right now to get some connectivities down upon on the players, but it was all in vain. They did not get even a single point for themselves. Then we have Team Pakistan. We have Pakistan with 48. 11 points of difference from the number 1 team. Nepal Red lost 2 of their players for eliminations. Okay, good start, but not a great start. Then we have Nepal Blue, 36 points. Still a long way to go. Even if they get the winner chicken dinner of this match with 10 eliminations, then they can think of getting into the number 2 position. But we have another stage, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to Minas Generalis, Los Leones, northern side area, the La Bendita, the crater, the crash crater is inside that circle. Orpheus, you can see. Yusuf, you can know he is the last guy. He is the only hope for the team, and he's trying his best, level best, to survive. And that team is from this area. We can see the rest of the teams on the western side angle, how well they're contested upon, how well congested they are. Federalis got back to his team members, so that's a great start. That's a great thing. The teams are making sure that they're not overlapping with one another into the point where they are forced to take the fight, or rather than the one that they can possibly take or not take.
And I guess if we're going to be looking at how you know, the mid-table contenders are playing this one, I mean, take Jordan for example. They do have strong eliminations, but placement points are kind of lacking, you know, from their gameplay. We've got Malaysia as well. It's a steady presence, you know, for the team, but they also need they need to also kind of like a big pull off in terms of like big game to climb even higher. And there's also Vietnam, of course, struggling to find a momentum, but they're definitely still in the fight here. And as for Mongolia, this is again not the kind of pace we are used to see coming from this team, but then again, they could be like the wild card that you know, we're not expecting to really blossom into this competition.
I mean, this is the wild card at this point for the teams. This is the opportunity. I would say this is the opportunity for the teams, at least to secure some decent points. And I'm talking about the ones that are at the bottom lines, whether it's the team Maldives, whether it's the team Laos at this point, 6 points, 10 points. Bangladesh, they have 10 points. Syria, okay, they managed to get 11 points. These are the names that needs to like secure some decent points, at least into this final match of the day, so they can have a really great start, or a decent start for the day number 2, because the day number 2 is going to be super crucial for every single one of them, that there's no chances of mistake. You make one mistake, you're going to be instantly thrown off the chart. You're going to be instantly thrown off the competition. Even right now, the competition is between the top 5s, where they're the only ones that are going to get the prize pool like distribution for themselves. And aside from that, from the number 6 onward, nobody's gonna have even a single cent for them. 7, 8, 9, those 19, 24, 26 points, they're not gonna help you unless you are in the top 5 after the day number 3. You have to make a way for yourself, not only on those elimination points, because the MVP is also gonna have some decent number of prize pool for himself, but also those crucial team plays that you basically need to secure the more chunk portion of the prize pool.
You're absolutely right. I mean, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Laos, Lebanon, Timor-Leste, Syria, and Maldives. The tournament is already slipping away, to be honest. So they must like really take risk now, or risk fading into obscurity here. This is the final chance for them to turn things around before, of course, getting into the final day. But I do hear a lot of gunshots, and on screen I can see boys coming from Team Laos. We can see that one of them is, of course, trying to get into a very good vantage point here to take advantage of. I mean, if you do have that vantage point, then it'll be easier for you to take down your opponents, but this is not a great spot at all. And that was, of course, an opportunity seized by a domain here to bag that. And right now, even if Nepal Red is at a deficit here, they're still, doing quite good, I can say. I mean, 5 elimination points is still a decent number to begin with.
I mean, 5 is a number, but when you look at the fact you only have 2 more players for your own team, that's where the risk and the downfall comes into the play, because you're not eligible. You're not eligible from this point onward to like secure more points for yourself, rather than going for that aggressive approach that you could have done if you had the 4-man standing. But Pakistan, let's go once again with the grenades, getting that 1 knockdown. We have Noir 7 with the grenade as well. Amazing job as well, getting those shots connected. S12K, oh my god, this team is insane as well. That's the second one down. It's an instant knockdown confirmation upon on the players. 3 eliminations. So far, it is 3 elimination, and Laos has managed to get that without the casualty. Okay, that 1 elimination was there, but still, the second player, he has the potential to get that survival done.
Indonesia found themselves in a little altercation happening somewhere in Myanmar. 2 of their players are kind of got shut down, but we will see that confirmation in just a while. In the meantime, we've got Team Pakistan on the screen trying to take care of business here up against is this okay, this is Sri Lanka, right, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, Lucifer down on the ground. Oh my goodness, the names that we have in this competition is well thought of, I can say. But as we speak, Team Pakistan was able to bag 2 elimination points, and obviously T24 is trying to flush out their opponents from the Zhao warehouse. And Laos, another part of Myanmar, Honda was able to bag yet another point here, which is, of course, a great start for Laos in this final round.
Oh my god. This is almost the final round. We are actually going to the very end of the match number 5, ladies and gentlemen. You can see that grenades are blowing up into the long ranges of on the players. Another circle shift is coming up, and this time around it's gonna go. Where is it gonna go? This is the question. This is the question that we need to be answered. I really want to see where the circle is gonna go, because so far it is kind of stuck. The teams are stuck. The circle is stuck, and I think it has gone somewhat to the northern side, the La Bendita area. So one thing we do have to know is the fact that, okay, majority of the teams, they will still be inside that circle. The ones that will not be, they're going to be heavily artilleried from this point on.
Yeah, I mean, given this circle that we have so far, in the middle of this zone, I don't think it will be the best spot for now. Okay, so it's a good thing. The circle already shifted and had favored a little bit onto the east side of Myanmar here. So we've got, of course, the boys coming from Nepal Blue. We've got Bangladeshi also hanging out right at the edge of the circle here. We've got Team Pakistan coming from the northern side. And Youssef, okay, I don't know how this guy's going to survive, to be honest. I mean, he's definitely down in the crater. He will need to climb up, and he will see a lot of teams from down below, and to even escape that situation is already like a crucial one for this guy alone.
Oh my god. I'm not even sure what's going on at this point. How is Syria still alive? My question is, and the second question that I want to ask, where are they? Where is that solo guy just holding himself throughout the whole situation that everyone was fighting? He's just chilling out there, surviving, staying alive. That's his first and foremost motto. Top 9 it is. Now the fight for the top 5 it is from this point onward for all of these guys. And Naki so far trying to look out for the proximities, but you have to be careful in this particular region that there is the team Nepal in the proximity. There is also another team that can potentially take you down from the long ranges angle. Oh my god, I think Naki managed to spot someone at the very least, because I'm pretty sure Example did. If Naki didn't, Example, I'm 110% sure Example did for sure.
You know, we were talking about a while ago during the previous match that the only thing lacking from Pakistan's gameplay is, of course, that chicken dinner win, and they were able to pull that one off, you know, in the previous match. So Pakistan right now, I believe, is on a great momentum. I mean, Noki had been, you know, quite shutting down players from the field here, and of course, we are looking at consistency. If Team Pakistan can be able to pull that one off, then there will be no problem for them to actually move forward in this competition. Now, Nepal Blue, okay, it has been a quiet first few zones for them, but now that we are already at stage 5 and the circle is now a little small, now this is the cue that they have been waiting for to engage in a lot of altercation, a lot of conflicts, so to speak. As for now, they do have 3 points, and obviously they kind of lost their momentum in some of the matches for day number 1 here, and we cannot deny still the fact that they are one of the high-performing teams so far for day number 1.
These are the high-performing teams, but ladies and gentlemen, we are about to witness another fight. It is Mongolia going on straight into the proximity. Let's see what's going to happen. Alex is here. He's going to get a grenade instantly. That's a knockdown. Another one comes into the play. Oh my god, Indonesia, you guys are a beast. 5 eliminations in a single split second. Going for the 6th one because he is still knocked out. You can still have the opportunity to get that elimination, but wait a second. Mongolia's elimination got stolen by Team Pakistan. This was Indonesia's elimination that Pakistan just casually stole away from them at this point, and they're definitely going to be pissed from this point onward. Nepal Blue, we have 36 total points, 3 eliminations into the proximity. Team Myanmar 24-1, and you can see how dispersed, how much of a difference is between the top 2s, and after that 4 onward, all these teams are.
Okay, here we go. Laos, a great start. They have been a little aggressive right off the bat here, so they have already picked up that pace that we were talking about a while ago. But now Indonesia needs to move a little because the zone is already about ready to devour them just yet. But obviously Razy here is going off angle, trying to find a good vantage point, of course, to go up against Laos. Federal is trying to get close to the fire here. He does know exactly where his enemies are and is cascading it back to the rest of the team here. But unfortunately, Razy caught a nade coming from Laos, but Federalis will definitely respond with a nade himself. Can he be accurate? Yes, he was able to inflict a little damage up against Lazy Boy here, but the fight is not over just yet. But Indonesia seems to be winning the fight just because they are the team that inflicts more damage compared to Laos.
Oh my god, Laos is getting heavy artillery on them. Bangladesh, in the meanwhile, they have finished off. Malaysia, we have Depi in the proximity, getting all that loot, getting all that arsenal from their peers. But I love the fact Indonesia, Team Pakistan, they're staying on the same equal footing on the eliminations. The only team, other team that has an equal footing on the elimination is the team Laos, with a 6 elimination to the proximity as well. But Team Pakistan, they have the top of the mountain and potentially a really decent position inside of that circle. 46 seconds, and we will have another shift where it's gonna be revealed which teams will be inside, which team will have the upper advantage, and which team will be forced to like take that fight from this point onward.
Malaysia trying to find an opening here. They have been trying to shut down a couple players coming from, well, Maldives, of course, and players coming from Nepal as well. I believe that would be white. Is that white? Okay, Nepal blue. Okay, so everyone is just really close at one another. Indonesia Federalis, he does have that information as to where exactly his opponents are. As you can see on the screen, he's pretty accurate at where he is aiming his M416. Also, from Malaysia, Trexie has already been taken out of the equation here, but Malaysia was able to manage 4 points in the bag here, so they are doing good as well. But we are already at stage 7 here with 7 teams remaining, and from the kill feed, man, one of the players from Indonesia got shut down, which is, of course, will not play good if they want to go for their third chicken dinner of the night.
Oh my god. This can be either their third chicken dinner, or I have faith. I have faith in the fact Team Pakistan can also like secure second of their chicken dinner. But IQ, he's the guy that is knocked down. There is the team Myanmar. Depi getting that shot against the team. Oh my god, Team Nepal Blue. That's a knockdown. That's a confirmation. Right going there. Gyante, the final guy that is surviving right now. And look at Team Pakistan. They have the circle. They have the shift of the circle, the zone for themselves. And on top of that, they also have the top of the mountain where they can see all their enemies from the very top. Yes, this puts them into a really good advantage, but it also puts them in a really heavy disadvantage as well. It's more of a disadvantage than the advantage because you're looking at one team, but there's multiple teams that might be looking at you from that point onward.
And here we go. Stage 7, ladies and gents. A big shout out to our 10,000 viewers watching this tournament as we speak. Federalis right now popping onto the left side of the screen here because he is dominating with when it comes to like bagging those elimination points. And now here comes Malaysia going after, of course, Team Pakistan. Byron jumps out of the vehicle, but unfortunately he gets tagged. The Pakistan IQQ already on the move here, and just like that, Pakistan emerged victorious once again, which puts us to 5 teams remaining for stage 7.
This is stage 7, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, another elimination towards the Pakistan side. We have 7 eliminations. All the 4 players still remaining, but 2 of them is knocked down. One of them, Fala, gets confirmation. Now the second one, T24. But Naki is being closed up upon. The DBS is making its connection. The player gets the elimination. It is the Team Indonesia. That's the third winner chicken dinner loading up for this team as they are down into the top 4, ladies and gentlemen. Indonesia so far 11 elimination. Laos 6 elimination. They're on the last man standing as well. Maldives is also a team with a 4-man standing, but Syria, they're also surviving. Oh my god, Syria is still alive. Yusuf, this guy is a survival master. He is a literal pacifist at this point. He's like, I don't want to take any fights. I just want to survive. I just want that winner with a chicken dinner or that top 2 positions. But here we go. I think his position has been revealed. The smokes, the grenades will definitely be deployed over here. The grenade from Yusuf's side, it's definitely not going to hit anyone. But going on to the Maldives side, let's see what Maldives are going to do, because you can see the 3 players, one into the very southern side looking at the single guy. The rest of the 2 players are kind of taking the fight against on toward the northern angles. I think against the team Indonesia at this point, so we do have to know what's going to happen. But Syria finally gets eliminated. Lizzie Boy is also going to get those shots, also going to get those damages on himself. The gun change, 8 bullets once again, going to go forward. But oh my god, are they missing so much of these bullets?
Oh my gosh. Nitro getting his groove on. Was able to bag that point. That was such a great dance-off. A lot of them, I mean, both of the players actually showed a little shamey right there, but Indonesia right now gunning for that win. But, oh man, that was such a plot twist that happened. So Indonesia wasn't able to secure their third winner chicken dinner of the night because I believe it was Maldives. Was it Maldives that scored the chicken dinner? Okay, just waiting for the winner to pop off. Was it?
Yeah.
It is Maldives. There you go.
Oh my god. This was insane. This was so insane. insane that I have to even take
Yeah.
a pause between the and sane at this point. We were not expecting.
Wow.
Nobody was expecting the Indonesia to like lose like this. The way that they were like actually aggressing upon every single one of the teams, and they were just eating away not only their opponents, the one that were super close to getting that chicken dinner, the team Pakistan, but also the rest of the teams as well. Last time we saw them, they had 11 eliminations, and after this, I don't know how many eliminations that they are gonna have for themselves, but we have Mala Q Big at this point, a 6 elimination, 1093 damage, 281 healing, 54.55% of the contribution for the team, 430 damage taken, and the longest elimination distance for this guy is 211 meters.
You know what, to be honest, it was a steal, right? I mean, Indonesia obviously was on a great momentum. They were able to already set up a double-digit elimination points, and they were able to eliminate the biggest threat so far from this round, which is, of course, Team Pakistan, who is already at their tail when it comes to really gunning for the top spot. But again, what a plot twist just happened for the final round, and Maldives so far, I can say